Folks, hello and welcome to All Stars Online Season 4. We're in Season 4 already. Can you believe it? This week, I'm very excited to announce that we're joined by 2017 World Coffee in Good Spirits champion, all the way from Slovakia, Martin Hudak. Is that correct?
Hi guys. Yeah, very, very correct. Nice to talk to you, Winston. Nice to see you, man.
Welcome, Martin. How are you?
Good. Thank you very much. It's good to connect like this in those circumstances we're having. But I'm very happy we can talk and be connected.
Yeah. Same. Yeah. Are you in Slovakia right now? Where in the world are you? Where do we find you right now?
I'm right now in Australia.
Okay, that's cool. Sydney, Australia. Man, missed out on Australia trip last year. It's good to have you here, Martin. I'm really excited to ask you a few questions. I myself am a big fan. But before we get into chatting to Martin, we'd first like to say thank you to our sponsors.
This episode is supported by Scotsman. For over 50 years, Scotsman has been one of the world's leading manufacturers of ice machines. Today, Scotsman continues to be the benchmark of the industry and offers a wide selection of specialist ice equipment and shapes to customers worldwide, with a focus on clarity, purity, low mineral count, and slow melting offerings. Whether you're a beverage professional, barista, mixologist, or bartender, Scotsman Ice is delighted to be a part of your beverage.
But we have a few videos coming up in this episode. We have our all-stars around the world answering some fun questions. We have Martin's signature beverage video, which I'm really excited to see. Martin being a coffee in good spirits champion, a signature beverage specialist. And finally, we'll ask our all-stars about their coffee stories. So stay tuned. First of all, we're going to start with our all-stars around the world video, and then we'll come and have a chat with Martin about his coffee cocktail career and just life in general. On that note, let's go to the video.
Ethiopia, my favorite is my love. I love Ethiopia.
That's a really tough question because I'm definitely going to offend a lot of people by answering this, but I think I'm going to say Colombia, and frankly, just on the premise that they have fresh coffee coming out of the country all year round. They have so much in terms of unique, exotic, interesting varieties, processing, you name it. They have so much fascinating stuff coming out of Colombia, and they're such a juggernaut, I think, in the specialty coffee sector, and I think that's amazing. So just on the premise of so much selection and unique offerings out there, I'm going to say Colombia. Sorry everybody if anybody is offended. I apologize in advance. My Canadian nature makes me feel I need to apologize.
Panama, from Buquete, from Los Lajones farm of Graziano Cruz. But it's hard to pick one because, I love so many coffees. It's like to pick the best kid, best child, you love all of them. But just for sake of answering, I would say this one.
I choose Kenya simply because it's bright and has a high acidity, which I like.
That's a hard one actually, because I have to choose one, of course. I would go Ethiopia, Wash.
That was so much fun. Martin, what's your answer to that question? If you had to drink coffee from one origin forever, what would it be?
Yeah, it's very hard, because it's like when they ask parents which child is your favorite, you cannot pick only one.
Exactly.
You love all of the childs you have, and it's the same with the coffee. I love all of them, but yes, for sake of answering, I would say I would pick the coffee from Panama, from Buquete region, from Los Lajones farm of Graziano Cruz, because that's a coffee I used in 2017, and that's a coffee which helped me to win my title.
Okay, very nice. That's very specific. How are you brewing, Martin? What's your right now in Sydney, or are you making coffee at home?
Depends how I feel, depends if I have enough papers at home. But when I wake up, usually it's V60. Then on the way to work, I grab flat white with oat milk. And then at work, as a part of the quality controlling, I started with the espresso, again, flat white, and then a batch brew of the day. And then towards the end of the day, I switched to coffee cocktails. So a bit of
Very
caffeine
nice.
and a bit of booze.
Yeah, that's a really good balance as well, eh? That's a really good
Yeah.
balance. On that note, Martin, let the show begin. How did you first get into coffee competitions? Is Coffee in Good Spirits the first competition you've entered, or the only one? And how did you get into it?
I started competing during studies on a junior level. So we had these like local junior competitions in Slovakia. But I started competing in Coffee in Good Spirit back in 2010. So I was competing for 7 years. I was many times disqualified because I thought I'm the smartest man in the room and I didn't read the rules and I didn't care about timings. So I got disqualified for me being, a bit of arrogant or lazy bartender. And then, luckily in 2013, I won for the first time Slovakian finals, went to the world finals in Nice, where I became 6th in the world, got this little trophy in Coffee in Good Spirit. And I was like, wow, this could be bigger next year. So a year after, I went to Melbourne, second time won the Slovakian finals, went to Melbourne, became 2nd in the world. And I said, okay, boy, you're getting closer and closer. 2016, for the 3rd time, represent Slovakian finals in Shanghai in China. And, people saying number 3 is lucky number. So I've been 2nd year before, high hopes. People were really, really excited about me winning the title, but not, I was 2nd again. So by some sort of coincidence or fortune or whatever happened, I was 2nd time 2nd, and I was about to give up, but I said, you know what, I'll do it last time just for sake of doing it and doing something better for the future, better for community, and showing people that coffee cocktails can be fun. So I did it for the 7th time and a 4th time in the world finals in Budapest in 2017 when I became world champion with the highest scores in history. And since then, it's just the beginning of another journey, competing every day being better.
There we go. I like that. Your final drink in 2017, I don't want to get it wrong here. What was it again? Because you gave an experience. So let me just say, I watch your Coffee in Good Spirits videos to get inspiration for signature drinks for my barista competition, but also because of your stage presence, like you're out there and you're serving and like,
I still remember every single word from competition, even though it's like 4 years ago. I still remember, time. Dear audience, judges, professionals, I'm honored to be in front of you, not as an expert, but as a human being, to share my message in a liquid form. And all that, like you believe in something, you believe in the positive change in the world. And I believe in that. And that's why all my elements of my drinks try to be linked to the nature, sustainability, zero waste, and trying to kind of preserve, or everything what Mother Nature giving to us. And, it's not only about the drink, as you said, it's the whole stage performance. It's the music, it's the voice you're using, the body language, the vessel you're serving your cocktail. And it is my favorite presentation I ever did.
Okay. So that's favorite presentation. I'm sure winning was a memorable experience. But if we put that aside, do you have any other favorite memories from competing over the 7 years?
Oh, just amount of people I met and I connect, and allows me to open doors to different parts of the world and different industries. It's just incredible. The coffee world is massive, and I've been lucky enough to travel the world, see the country, see the coffee origins, meet with the people and connect. This is something what nothing else can give you, only competition. And even though if you don't win or you lose or whatever, you're still gaining something, and that's this personal connection with other people. And I really, really like it. I'm grateful for that.
Beautiful. That's amazing. Cocktails came before coffee, right? So you were a bartender that went into the Coffee in Good Spirits competition. You weren't a barista that went into the Coffee in Good Spirits competition. Was it hard to like pick up or like get the coffee right?
Oh, 100%. Like, let's be honest, baristas and bartenders are different, it's same with the chefs and sommeliers, different worlds. And I believe I was much luckier, or it was much easier for me to win this competition with my thinking as a bartender, because in the specific category Coffee in Good Spirit, you have to understand this is like a real bar situation. You have to approach the judges like your guests in the bar, and you have to approach the cocktail from the bar perspective. What happened many times when I was training other competitors after I won, I've been approached to mentor them and train them. Most of them were baristas, and they had this thinking, oh, more coffee better, this coffee better. But I try to like showcase them that it's all about the balance of the spirit world and coffee world, balance of the bartenders and baristas together. There is no one which is more important than the others, and that balance, that niche spot, you have to find out. But for me, it took me 7 years to figure out.
Okay, are you still competing?
No, not anymore. I'm too old for that.
Okay.
I can. I won't. But now I'm trying to do other things. I'm trying to mentor my team, being a good leader, and trying to inspire others and let them compete under my wings.
Okay, very nice, very nice. Let's take a quick break from the questions. There's a very interesting photo here with fire and extinguishers and espresso cups and things. What's happening in this photo, Martin? Can you tell us a bit more about this, and where exactly is this? You've got a lobby boy hat on your head.
Yeah, that's my bar. That's my bar in Sydney. It's a bar which we opened with a friend 3 years ago called Maybe Sammy. It's inspired by Sammy Davis Jr. or the Rat Pack, the era of 50s and 60s and the music, Las Vegas and Hollywood glamour. We try to bring something different to Sydney. We try to bring a bit of fun, bit of joy, bit of entertainment, but still classy, like you would find in London, let's say, or New York. And yeah, after not even a year since we opened, we became awarded as the best new international cocktail bar in New Orleans in 2019. We won the best bar in Australasia 2 years in a row, and currently we're 11th best bar in the world, best bar team in Australia, best bar menu, etc., etc., etc. So we are at the moment the highest ranked bar in Australasia or Australia in the world, and it's all due to the fact that all our team members understand that the most important element or part of our daily job is not the cocktails or coffee or food, but it's to make people feel great, have fun, enjoy themselves, entertain them. And it's all about the guest experience, not necessarily just the beverage itself. And I wish that every barista who's watching or bartender out there are going to understand that it's not your anaerobic fermented geisha, which you roast 5 days ago. It's not about your most precise scale you have on the stage, but it's about your personality, your effort, your heart, your charisma, which you put into it, because sometimes that's more important than those little details behind.
Beautiful.
Amen.
I'm going to rewatch this interview a couple of times before I start prepping for competition again. You heard it here, folks. You heard it here first, folks. All stars. So next one is a video, right? Your signature beverage video, Martin. Would you like to introduce it to the good people?
Yeah, perfect. So the cocktail I choose to showcase to you today is a drink which I created about 6 years ago back in London. As we know, the London or England is a city or country where espresso martini was born back in 80s. And it's a modern coffee cocktail classic. Everyone knows about espresso martini. And even nowadays, when people come to the bars, they want to have a coffee cocktail, they order either Irish coffee or espresso martini. So I was thinking, how can I make espresso martini more interesting? Something, more exciting than just vodka, sugar, coffee liqueur, and espresso. So I created a twist on it called espresso martiki. Tiki, it's a cocktail culture or cocktail movement, which was created back in 40s in America, and it's inspired by Polynesian culture. So usually those tiki cocktails, think about pina colada, zombie, Mai Tai. All those cocktails are tropical, using fresh fruits, rums, almonds, citrus, bananas, umbrellas. So I was thinking, I'm going to create a twist on espresso martini. I'm going to call it espresso martiki. Easy to remember, a very catchy name. So pineapple juice, coffee, rum, almonds, it's just absolutely brilliant.
I watched the video. I'll see if I can make it the same way that you do. But it's only 10, so don't get me thinking about cocktails so early, Martin. Please, it's only 10 a.m.
That's the beauty of this cocktail. It's easy to replicate wherever you are around the world. All ingredients are easy to get. Measurements are easy. That's why I made this cocktail like that, because I want people to enjoy it wherever they are.
Hi, my name is Martin Hudak and I'm World Coffee Industry Champion 2017.
Ooh! Ah! Today I want to show you from my beautiful bartending junior here in Sydney how to make a tropical twist on a classic espresso martini. You will need shaker, freshly brewed espresso, followed by orgeat or almond syrup, 15 ml, fresh pineapple juice, 30 ml, Mr. Black local cold brew coffee liqueur, 20 ml, followed by a tropical rum plantation freestyle. And that's gonna be 40 ml. Of course, for a proper cocktail, we need ice. Today we have a beautiful ice from Scotsman Company. We're gonna add it in your shaker. And it's time to shake. This is a tropical twist on espresso martini called Espresso Martiki. Let's shake. Let it dance a little bit. Voila! And straight it in a chilled coupe glass. And that's our tropical espresso martini with pineapple, rum, Mr. Black, almond syrup, and fresh espresso. Garnish with the coffee beans, or if you have some fresh tropical flowers, and enjoy. Cheers. Wow.
Fun video, Martin. It looks so tasty. And it's only after 10 in Cape Town, so I shouldn't be getting too excited about cocktails. But it looked like you enjoyed making it, right?
Oh, absolutely. I just love to have fun whenever I make cocktail, and it can be for a video or it can be for, my guests in my bar. And, it is sort of a tropical style of the drink, as you could see in the video, and I live in sunny Australia. We have those beautiful fresh fruits. And I wanted to always do something like that, interact with my guests, have fun, make sure they're enjoying it. So I really, really like it. Hopefully you like it too.
Big fan. I'll be trying it after 12 and see if I can make it myself. Let's get back to a couple of questions. Slovakia Coffee and Good Spirits Championships. I can imagine it not being a very big competition,
No.
unless I'm mistaken. But what was it like competing there and then making the move to the world stage?
I mean, you could, as you said it right, we are a very small country. Like, we have lots of amazing, passionate baristas and bartenders, but it's a small country. You can count like the best one on both hands. So every year you see the same faces. Sometimes you compete against your own colleagues you work with every day. So it wasn't that big. But what happened in the end, we start supporting each other. And if we knew that someone is ahead of someone else, we naturally want that person to win. So we did all the effort to push him to be the best. And then even when he went or she went on the world stage, we tried to give him all the support to make sure they're going to represent us as best as they could. Of course, you can compare the world to the nationals. In nationals, you're an environment which is close to you. You know the environment, you speak the same language, you see all the same faces. But when you go to the world, it's an absolute game changer. You are lost. You are lost, and mostly you are alone, and it's a scary place sometimes.
Yeah, I can definitely relate. There's a big jump to it, especially. But did it become easier for you, or a little bit more familiar after your second, your third, your fourth time at the World Championship?
Of course, your confidence grows. Your knowledge grows as well. You know how things works. You know how rules works. You know the judges. You know what kind of things they expect or want. You know your runners. You know timers. All this organization team behind. You see those same faces. So if you have some problems, you exactly know what to do and how to react. In 2014 in Melbourne, my grinder broke on the stage in the final, so I had to call technical timeout. Same thing happened in 2016, 2 years after in Shanghai, but I was so relaxed because it already happened to me and I knew what's gonna happen. You call technical timeout, they're gonna check, nothing is wrong, all good. There's all team around you, there is a head judge, everyone is super kind and nice to you. So more you are out there, more confident and comfortable you are. So that's why I don't give up and compete every year.
Yeah, I think that's amazing advice. And just because you didn't make the finals at your first world competition doesn't mean you shouldn't go back the second, third, even fourth time, right?
Exactly.
So you've told us how competitions have allowed you to travel. It's allowed you to meet so many other people. But are there any other ways that you feel that the competitions have helped or changed you in some way other than being there, seeing the different cities, meeting all the people? I don't know, maybe as a professional, maybe in any other way.
Yeah, it allows me to be more organized and more more precise. You know, you really have to organize yourself when you fly somewhere, check everything. You have to make sure everything is exactly as you practice. You know, you are more focused and you are, I would say, better version of yourself than before. And of course, if you don't win, you know, it allows you to deal with the situations in your life which are not sometimes nice and comfortable. You know, when you lose, you know, it's hard. It's not easy. I saw people crying, you know, I saw people having problems, and it's normal. And not everyone you want to lose, you know, it's natural to us. We're going there to win. So that helps me a lot to kind of normalize in my mind that it's okay to lose. It's okay to be the last or third or whatever. And that helps me a lot to see the priorities in life, you know. Sometimes even losing, it's a good thing, you know, because you can learn a lot from there. And that helps me a lot. You know, it pushed me to be better year by year. Yeah.
One more quick thank you to our sponsors. Thank you so much for making this possible. Thank you for allowing me to chat to this man and allowing the world to get access to his insights. So thank you very much to our sponsors. We're going to do one more video now. And this is a video that I'm really excited to see. And I'm really excited to get an answer from Martin for this. It's our coffee story segment. So we've reached out to a few people in the industry to ask them how they first got into coffee. We all have our own story of how and why, and I hope you enjoy this one.
This story is, very funny because when I was 15 years old, I guess, if I'm not wrong, 15 years old, by the time I need to earn some money to buy myself a new handphone, iPhone 4 at that time. And then, I just look around for some part-time job, and then I found actually being a barista is pretty cool, like wearing the apron is kind of like a professional looking guy. So I just, interview, and then I passed the interview, and I just start to make latte art, and they found my talents, and just, until right now.
Great video. Martin, I get to ask you this now, finally. What is your coffee story? How did you first get into coffee and cocktails? Or if it's the other way around, how did you first get into cocktails and then coffee?
Yeah, it's a good question. It's like, what was the first, chicken or egg, right? It's always like one another. And people always ask me like, oh, are you more bartender, barista? You like more coffee or cocktails? I would say it's 50-50, and both came at the same time. I remember I was studying culinary school, hotel academy back home in Slovakia, my hometown. And, also we were very much focusing on a chef's technique, and I graduated as a chef with diploma. I really never liked to be in a kitchen, closed in the kitchen, I like to cook, and I think I'm very creative and a good palate, but I don't like to be in closed environment. I want to be out there in front of the coffee machine, in front of the bar. So I was about, it was about 2005, 6, 7, something like that, 15 years ago. There were like first courses for baristas and bartenders, and it was very like basic level. I was learning, how to temp coffee and what is Arabica, what is Robusta, and I learned how to steam the milk, and then I learned how to hold the shaker and glasses, and it's very, very, very simple level, junior level. And I was competing in both worlds, coffee and cocktails, when I was a junior at the school. Then I graduated at the age of 17, 18, and got my first job in a local cafe in my hometown. And straight away, if you are from Slovakia, coffee shops, they're serving alcohol, and vice versa. There is not like just a coffee shop and just bar, it's all together. So my boss asked me like, what you want to do? You want to be working in the morning as a barista, working at the night as a bartender. I was like, I want to do everything. So in the morning, I was, buying newspapers, setting up the machine, making croissants, and till the end of the night, then I was making cocktails. And that's where the passion and story came into. But it was different than competition. It was reality, confronting every day with the guests, explaining them what is espresso lungo, and that the cafe latte macchiato doesn't have to have those layers and has to be like that. And, that this coffee tastes like that. And it was a long journey for 5 years. And after 5 years, I realized, okay, my job is done. I think the quality and the level and acknowledgement of good specialty coffee and cocktails is done in my hometown. Let's go outside of a safe zone. And I moved to London.
Beautiful. What a time. What a time. Well, I look forward to the time where we can all connect again and we can travel and move around. And your bar in Sydney is definitely added to the bucket list, my friend.
Perfect.
Martin, thank you so much for your time. Like I didn't think when I used to watch your videos that I'd get the opportunity to interview like this. But like they say, this is going to sound very cheesy, but dreams do come true, my friend.
Oh, thank you, Winston. My dream will be to come to your country and visit you.
Yeah, we'll definitely try and figure something out. Thank you so much, Martin. Don't forget, folks, on Thursday, Martin will be live on the Barista Guild's Instagram Live, where he'll be chatting just some more about his coffee and cocktail making career. We'll see you then. I hope you enjoyed the show. Martin, would you like to say goodbye? Any last words?
Goodbye, stay safe, be happy, be merry, and make a positive change in this world every day. Ciao.
Beautiful. What a guy. Thanks, Martin. Cheers. Cheers, everyone.